Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is LollyMan16 here, back again for another Mob Psycho 100 episode review. This one is going to be on episode 4, which in the English title, it's Idiots Only Event Keen. This episode was a fairly interesting one. I found it very exciting, this one. Also pretty funny, but not as funny as last episode, or episode 2 for that matter. I still think that episode 2 was the funniest, but this episode was definitely funny and had funny and comedic elements. So let's get it right into it in this. In the first part of the episode, we get it seems like two middle schools guys fighting. Two groups in two middle schools, one from Salt High School, where Mob is from, Kageyama Shingyo, and the other one is a Black Vinegar High School. I don't know why one decided to call these schools his school titles. I don't know why he did that, but it's kind of interesting to see how he names things. And I make the comparison to One Punch Man, where the names are kind of wacky, but they do make sense. So some guys in the two clubs fight, and basically this other middle school is being the Black Vinegar middle school pretty badly, and so he needs a way to defeat them. And while this is going on, this guy Dimple, this spirit Dimple, shows up back from where Shigeo or Mob is sleeping. Remember that Dimple is the spirit that Mom supposedly killed or exorcised last episode. Apparently he did not die. He was just a spirit, and so now he wants to rule the world, and essentially become God. That's what he wants to be. That's why he started that religious group in the first place. And so now he's pretty much following Mob around wherever he goes to try and achieve his dream by using Mob's psychic powers. So Mob goes to regular school as usual. Then he goes after to see his master Reagan Sensei, and of course Dimple finds out that, wait a minute, this guy Reagan is completely using Mob. He's a complete fraud. He has no psychic powers. So he realizes this. He could tell Mob right away, but he decides not to, and he decides that pretty much he is going to use Mob the same way Reagan uses Mob. While this is going on, there's some tension, drama stuff going on with the Body Improvement Club, because what happens is the Black Vinegar middle school gang, they come up to the Body Improvement Club, and basically they want them to fight the other middle school. Because they're so bulky and strong, they think that obviously these guys can win, but of course the Body Improvement Club declines the offer. And so basically, I forgot the guy's name. The leader of the Black Vinegar School, that leader guy, I can't remember what his name. I think is it Onigawara? I think so. But anyway, what he does is he devises a plan where he knows Mob and he knows he wants a girlfriend. So what he does here is basically, because he knows Mob is part of that Body Improvement Club, he leads Mob to this park, saying that it's a girl, that girl adores Mob very much, and so Mob is tricked into going to this park to meet some girl, but it's actually not. It's actually a trap. And so he also leaves a note by the Body Improvement Club under a dumbbell, saying that basically you must come and fight these guys if you want Kageyama Shingeo back. So they do this. I also forgot to mention, before this scene there was a sequence with Misato, that girl, that person in the last episode from she was doing like psychic detective work on the religious group that Dimple was from. She returns again and speaks to Ritsu, and now Ritsu is of course Mob's younger brother, and he has all the right stuff, but just not the psychic powers. And what I mean by all the right stuff is he has all Mob's looks, his body build, his good looks and his high intelligence IQ, very good grades, and basically he kind of envies Mob, but Mob actually tells him that he envies him. So I guess that works out. Anyway, this Masato person tries to get Ritsu to tell him about Mob's powers and stuff, and that leads nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere. We don't see from that Masato again in the episode. But moving back to the main plot, so the Body Improvement Club actually does arrive at the park, and Mob is there, but he's trapped. He's captured, and so they get into a kind of a scuffle, and they get to fighting, but then in a hilariously funny but great action sequence though, the Body Improvement Club effortlessly defeats the other middle school boys. They win, and they grab Mob to go back to working out. But at the end of the episode, this other guy, Teru, now I don't know his name either. I just heard that his nickname was Teru. So this guy Teru, he confronts the body movement club. They start to kind of get in a scuffle. Teru obviously wins, but it turns out to be that Teru has no muscles. What happens here is that Teru is also a psychic, just like Mob. He is a psychic. But after the scuffle, Mob says you can't use your powers to fight other people or in the real world stuff. So that's where we leave it off. That's the cliffhanger. Teru beats the the Body Improvement Club fairly easily. I mean, everyone was blown back, and Mob tells him not to use his powers, and Mob's progress towards explosion regains itself, and he's now at 45%. So overall, what I think about this episode, it was a fun, action-packed episode. I did not expect Dimple to come back. I didn't know who that guy was in the intro, that spirit-looking thing. That now we know he is Dimple. I can't wait to see some more. And for my predictions for next episode, well, there really is no predictions because I don't even think there's a episode preview. So I'm curious to see where Teru goes. Teru might be like Mob's main psychic rival, or he might join him or something. That's probably my guess. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that review. I will see you later, guys. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.